What's going on, guys? We got Week 11 running back start sits for you. Hopefully got some good names for you. We've been on a little bit of a roll.
Yeah.
This whole, ever since we started going bold, people been loving it. Fantasy lineup's been loving it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, a lot of people starting some of these guys they normally wouldn't have or sitting some of these studs.
Exactly.
Told you to sit Melvin Gordon last week.
Hey.
Told you.
Hey.
Don't act like you're all surprised about it.
Hey.
It happens.
It does.
But we have a little bit of knowledge.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't have that, Back to the Future sports almanac or nothing, but
no.
We got the next best thing, the interweb.
Yes.
Find anything on the internet. And if you read it on the internet, you know what it means.
It's true.
It's got to be true.
Exactly.
That's right. So we're going to get into our start sits for running back this week. Going to keep it going. I'm going to let you continue to start off because this got a good vibe going.
Okay. I like that.
Keep it positive.
Okay. Well, this is the thing. Any Saints running back, start him this week. I don't care who.
Including that guy who had a 45-yard run that I still don't know his name.
Exactly. Whatever that dude's name is.
Put him in your FanDuel lineup.
Yeah. But no, seriously, the Saints potentially have 2 top 10 backs, on their roster. And they play them every week. And these guys, I mean, they're interchangeable. They have their roles per se. Mark Ingram is your north-south guy. And Kamara does all the, the passing down, so on and so forth. But, man, they play them so much. I mean, gosh, I don't have the numbers right in front of me. But as far as the targets and the touches.
A lot.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And it's like that whole offense has shifted. Years ago, it was all about the receivers and Drew Brees throwing for 400 yards a game. Not anymore.
Not so much.
No. And one of the biggest reasons is because of the defense. Now that they finally got a legitimate defense, they don't have to worry about coming from behind. Typically they're always playing, up front. And that's all they're going to do is run. Run, and run.
Mm-hmm.
So
Drew Brees, they're taking the pressure off of Drew is what they're doing.
Yeah, well, but the fear is, I mean, it's not saying that he'll forget how to throw, but darn, I mean, if he's not throwing the ball, you know what I mean?
Yeah, he's a game manager, Drew Brees. He is the Trent Dilfer of 2017.
Wow.
Think about it.
I mean, yeah.
He's not having to throw it a whole lot.
No.
He makes the throws on third downs when he needs to, and first and second down, they're running or dumping it off to Kamara.
Right.
That's their offense, and why change it? Nobody can stop it.
No.
So if you can't stop it, you might as well just, keep on going with it.
Yeah. And I can't see Washington doing anything. I mean, that's who they play this week, but they're going to, Ingram and Kamara, barring injuries, both will have excellent games.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to go.
Mm-hmm.
We're switching it up here a little bit. I'm not going to just go all starts and all sits.
Mm-hmm.
Just going to continue to kind of flow off of it. And I'm going to go down to Joe Mixon.
Okay.
So Joe Mixon this week's at Denver.
Yep.
On an offense that's inconsistent.
Yes.
Who plays for a head coach who hates fantasy players.
Yes.
And obviously refuses to get the ball in the hands of his best players. I'm not ready to write it off completely, but I'm pretty sure the Joe Mixon hype is completely gone.
Yeah.
It's not, what it was 6 weeks ago.
Yeah, no.
I'm going to sit Joe Mixon. He's probably somebody that you're always contemplating on week in, week out. Do you start him? Do you sit him? This is not the week for it. His breakout's not coming this week at Denver. Yes, Denver does not have the same defense that, they've had in the past, but too many variables. Joe Mixon, I really don't want too many pieces of that offense. You know what I mean? It's not consistent. I mean, AJ had a decent game on paper, but when you take away the 70-yard touchdown, the decent game was kind of a really good play. Right. You know what I mean?
Brandon LaFell looked pretty good.
Brandon LaFell didn't look too bad.
Yeah.
I mean, he's somebody to keep an eye on.
Yeah.
I mean, he's kind of a sneaky little play in there.
Yeah.
Good little gem there. I appreciate they just came off the top of the dome with that one. That one just popped out like Tourette's. Brandon LaFell.
Exactly.
But no, Joe Mixon, not a fan this week. Not going to start Joe Mixon. Not going to put him in no FanDuel lineups. Not getting pretty with Joe Mixon.
Yeah.
Pretty sure Joe Mixon has reached bench territory probably for the remainder of the season.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have a complete schedule here in front of me, but his next 3 games are Denver, Cleveland, Pittsburgh. Cleveland having a little bit better. Oh, yeah, he's not playing the rest of the year. Denver. Let's see here. Denver, Cleveland, Pittsburgh, Chicago, Minnesota, Detroit.
Yeah, that's...
Yep. Joe Mixon has reached his lineup starting potential. He is now relegated to bench warmer / bye week replacement / if you really have to.
Yeah. He's in the pit of misery.
That's right. Dilly dilly.
Dilly dilly. Well, let's stick with the Oklahoma backfield.
Well, here we go.
I got to sit this week, and it's Samaje Perine.
But he's the starter this week.
Yeah, exactly. And he possibly will get 15 to 20 carries. But again, just like last week or this past Sunday, I think he had like 20 carries for like 67 yards. I mean, it was terrible. And they're going against the Saints. So I cannot see him having a good game at all. I don't even see him getting that many looks in the red zone, to be honest. You know, that whole offense is just struggling. And it's a shame, you know, and we talked about this in a previous video with the quarterbacks, but Kirk Cousins, I mean, it's a sad situation. He's probably looking at like, man, I wish I could have went to San Francisco. But that door is shut. Mm-hmm. So, but anyway, yeah, I don't like Samaje this week. I mean, somebody probably picked him up or may pick him up, and he may be serviceable, you know.
Depending on the options you have.
Yeah, exactly. But against the Saints, nah, I'm not buying that.
No thanks. I'm going to go with Alex Collins next. Alex Collins are going to be at Green Bay coming off the bye week.
Yeah.
Probably going to be a little chilly in Green Bay.
Yep.
They may rely a little bit more heavily on the run game. Mm-hmm. Danny Woodhead does come back, but Danny Woodhead's going to be more of that pass-catching back.
Yeah.
I can see Alex Collins getting the ball 15 to 20 times this game, depending on the weather. And against Green Bay's defense, I'll take 15, 20 carries against that defense.
Yeah.
I don't care if it's Al Bundy running the ball.
Man.
I would start him.
Al was pretty good.
Al was good in his day.
So he say.
No, Alex Collins, I mean, he kind of lost a little bit of steam there before the bye week. Yeah. Buck Allen decided to show out, but don't give up on Alex Collins yet. I mean, he can come out and have a great game. He's got a tough schedule. This is one of his last games of the year where he's probably going to be a start. So take advantage of it if you need it. Like I said, you can't turn away 15 to 20 carries if you got it.
No.
So,
I'm gonna tell you, this guy, Mr. Ajayi, you know,
this
is his second week in his, his new home of Philly, and they're going against the Cowboys this week. The passing game is gonna open up so much for Jay, even if he doesn't, if he don't get 15 carries, because I'm sure they're gonna split still with him and Blunt. Maybe sprinkle on a little Smallwood. Who knows? Maybe. Don't do it.
I'm fighting it. Just keep going.
Yeah. Okay. Quickly. But again,
hurry. My immaturity is taking over.
Okay. They're gonna be in the red zone quite a bit, and I think JJ is gonna get those the bulk of those red zone carries, and he's also a better passing back. So if they play him in Blunt, maybe even split it 60-40, who knows? But I like Ajayi this week against the Cowboys. I mean, you can run on the Cowboys pretty easily. A
lot of people hopped off the J train.
Yeah.
His last week or two in Miami, and all of a sudden he's a Philadelphia Eagle.
Yeah.
Seats are limited.
That's true.
Only the faithful survive.
Yes.
And for those of you who have him that held on to him through all that pain and suffering and misery, it's time to start reaping the rewards of the Philly offensive line. I'm going to go with Lamar Miller next. He's been pretty decent lately. He was better with Watson, of course.
Yeah.
But they got at Arizona at home. Arizona is still the 7th ranked run defense in the league.
Right.
You can throw all over Arizona, apparently.
Yeah.
Everybody except Patrick Peterson, but
right.
You can't really run too much on Arizona. And with the split kind of getting closer to the 50-50 between Foreman and Miller,
yes,
between that, the tough matchup, Savage not being able to take people out of the box, I mean, all they really got to do is shut down Hopkins, and they're done. You know what I mean? That's all they got. You know, they got Patrick Peterson on Hopkins with a safety over the top. Everybody else in the box.
Yes.
So, you know, not too high on Lamar Miller this week. If you got him, I wouldn't even say a flex play this week. I'm just benching Lamar Miller altogether as a sit.
Yeah. Whew, that's tough.
That's tough.
That's somebody's first-round pick.
Or second, yes.
Yeah, but hey.
He's also to the pit of misery.
Yes, dilly.
Dilly.
Okay. Well, I want to start this guy. I've been ringing his bell for weeks now.
Too much information. That's what you want to call it.
Hey. Anywho, Adrian Peterson. Okay.
You all about the old folks.
And hey, I'm an old dude. I might not look like it, but hey. But here's the thing.
Comment below and guess how old Mac is.
Yeah, guess how old. We'll figure out something if you guess the right age. I got an expired coupon from Wendy's.
Something. We'll send it to you.
We'll get you right.
Get you a free Frosty or something.
Exactly. But here's the thing. You know, they're going to, and I commented before in a video here, the volume is going to continue to be there. The Texans, again, they're not that stout defense like they were weeks ago with J.J. Watt. And it's just one of those things, man. They're going to continue to give him the ball. And the reason is because they don't know what the situation is going to be as far as with Drew, you know, Gabbert, whoever's back there throwing the ball, until they get a consistent aerial attack. They're just going to keep pounding the ball. It is what it is. And I mean, it's hard not to sit a running back that's going to get you 20 to 30 carries a game. I mean, yeah.
All he's got to do is bust one of them.
Exactly. So
he couldn't bust much past the offensive line last time, but
right.
Like he said, with that many touches,
it's bound to happen.
We play for touches. You
Yes.
chase touches, not so much points. You chase touches because the more touches, the more opportunity for points.
Yes, indeed.
He gets lots of touches.
Yes.
Yes. All right, then. Before I take that out of control, we're going to go down to the next one. I'm gonna do this twice this week. I mentioned a player from this team in our waiver wire show.
Okay.
And I referred to it as a fantasy sin. And here I am going to say, I'm not going to say yet until whether to start or sit him, but Dion Lewis of the Patriots.
Yeah.
Going to Oakland. You know, they are the 7th easiest team in the league to run on. Dion has kind of taken that, you can't really call him a lead back because they all get an amount of touches, but he's getting about 15 touches a game. He's returning kicks. He's involved. He's back in the good graces of Belichick. He got a great matchup this week. That offense is going to be rolling. Dion Lewis all of a sudden turns into somebody that you can start him this week.
Yeah.
You don't look like you want to start him this week.
No.
Is he on your sit list?
No, he's not.
Okay.
He almost made it.
He didn't make the sit list. He made the list.
Exactly. I mean, I get your point, and I see what you're saying. I think, but on the flip side, for me, I kind of like Rex Burkhead. But it's just that whole backfield is just crazy. I mean, you know, coming into the draft, we all thought it was going to be Mike Gillislee. Where is he at?
I ain't even seen Mike Gillislee.
Exactly.
Like a magic man.
Something. I mean, you know, so.
But it kind of goes along with the whole New England running back theme. Remember Stephen Ridley?
Yeah.
And who was that dude? Jonas Gray.
Yeah.
Remember him? He rushed for like 200 yards and was cut the next week.
Yeah.
That's Mike Gillislee.
Exactly.
Thanks for those 3 touchdowns week 1, Mike.
See ya.
Peace. we only signed you this year for that one game.
We hardly knew ye.
Yeah. But no, I mean, Dion Lewis, am I going to say he's a solid RB2? No.
Right.
But as a flex play this week, if you have something like Bilal Powell, or you were forced to start Elijah McGuire, or Carlos Hyde, or Stewart, McCaffrey, Frank Gore, Marlon Mack, one of those guys that's on bye, he's a good bye week replacement.
Yeah, I mean,
you can't count on him for anything, but he's a good roll of the dice.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah.
I mean, he may be all Burkhead. It may be all James White.
Yeah.
It could be the resurgent of Mike Gillislee.
How many players has the word head in it? You got Burkhead, you got Small. Oh,
that's
no.
Wood.
Smallwood. What's the same thing?
Yeah, whatever.
Anyway.
Close enough. I can tell you're paying attention to what I'm saying.
Man,
yeah,
sorry.
And we've lost Mac.
Sorry, brother. Hey, okay. So, this is the last guy I got on my list. I got Mr. Tevin Coleman. He's going against the Seahawks, so obviously we're going to sit this guy. And I get it. You know, we were just talking about volume, but I think in this offense, it's a tad bit different. You know, the offense flows a little bit differently versus some of the offenses like Arizona, even KC, you know, the ones that they feature, you know, bell cows. Freeman wasn't even a bell cow, to be honest. I mean, they're split, I don't know, maybe 70-30, something like that.
It's another one of those offenses when the coordinator left, so did all the talent.
Yeah.
All the excitement kind of went with him.
Exactly. You know, and again, I know they don't have Sherman. No problem. I mean, they still got too many pieces around. You know, Cam Chancellor's looking like a beast out there, man. He cheats a lot. He comes up, you know, to defend the run. So I don't know. It's just everybody. I know a lot of people are going to be looking, you know, Coleman, especially if Freeman doesn't play. But I wouldn't roll him out. Maybe as a flex if you don't have any better options, but definitely not a RB1 or RB2. No.
Not this week.
Not this week.
All right. What about somebody who's probably left a bad taste in some people's mouth?
Mm-hmm.
Jerick McKinnon.
I still playing.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to say to go ahead and start McKinnon this week. They're going to be having.
Yeah.
I really hope my English teacher from high school is not watching. However, they have the Rams this week, second easiest run defense to play against.
Mm-hmm.
Jerick McKinnon wasn't involved too much in this past week. And it seems to kind of go back and forth there.
Mm-hmm.
It's either Murray or McKinnon.
Yeah.
Only one of them is going to have a good game. And
True.
This kind of seems to me like one of those options where McKinnon gets more touches. He's going to have more, you know, pass catching opportunities. The defensive line of the Rams is not bad.
No.
I mean, they've given up some big games, but it's also because their offense scores so fast that their defense is on the field a lot.
Right.
I mean, they're just out there getting winded. You know, the offense only needs about a play or two, and they're ready to go.
Yeah.
Jerick McKinnon, though, I mean, I can see them being kind of sounds crazy for Jared Goff versus Case Keenum to be a high-scoring affair, but it's possible.
Oh, yeah.
Both those offenses can put up points in bunches, and they can put them up quick. And Jerick McKinnon has that ability to bust a big one where I don't think Murray does.
Right. No. Yeah, I don't see that happening.
Yeah, and then I don't want to go double up on you, but I got one more.
Ahead, man.
What the heck? Just keep it rolling.
Hey, Patty.
I mean, just while I'm thinking about it, because, I mean, as I'm even sitting here, the questions are popping up on our screen because of Demarco Murray this week.
Yes.
I mean, Demarco Murray limited in practice all week long.
Man.
The split's going to be real between him and Henry. DeMarco comes out and gets 3 touchdowns.
On my bench.
On your bench. However,
yes.
You know, now they're going to have Pittsburgh this week.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh has been easier to run on than throw on, which I think kind of changes a little bit with the loss of Joe Hayden.
Mm-hmm.
I think kind of opens up the offense a little bit more for Tennessee. I'm going to say to start DeMarco Murray against Pittsburgh this week.
Yeah.
Because obviously you can't listen to the injury reports.
Yeah.
If you did, that's why a lot of people benched him.
Yep.
I told people to bench him this week.
Yeah.
It wasn't just you.
Right.
You know, it wasn't just you. All signs pointed against DeMarco Murray this past week.
This is true.
And oops. I mean,
sorry.
You can only go by what you see.
Exactly.
And with DeMarco Murray, obviously he's not hampered by the injuries as badly as they make it sound.
Yeah.
Because come game day, he's out there and he's touching the ball and he's getting goal line carries, and Henry doesn't seem too involved. And you know, depending on what's going on with Mariota, I know he got banged up if he misses time or not. I mean, it doesn't sound like it, but you never know. They could lean a little bit more heavily on the run, and he looks fine. I mean, he didn't look hurt.
No.
I mean, he looked fine.
Exactly.
And go look back at the injury report from last week. He didn't look fine or sound fine.
No.
But apparently he is. Yeah. So if you got him, focus.
Yeah.
Start him this week.
Yeah, exactly.
Against the Steelers. Woo. Tough defense of the Steelers.
Hey.
Start him.
Yes.
So, we appreciate you guys listening again. Make sure you hitting that like button. I think we set a new record for likes last week overall.
Pretty good. Yeah.
It was a good week. Mm-hmm. Most views in a week. Yeah. Most likes in a week. Most comments in a week.
Yeah, it's a blessing.
I mean, my phone is like nonstop. Bitch, I got 54 messages.
Hey.
My battery's almost dead.
Man, I had to get another one.
Mac had to get 2 phones. But we love it. We appreciate all you guys' support. Yeah. All the comments below, telling us, you like what we're doing. We love hearing that. It makes it all worth it. I mean,
yes, indeed.
It's late here in North Carolina right now, but we're recording for y'all because we love y'all.
We do.
That's right. So make sure you're checking us out on Twitter, Facebook, emailing us questions. We're here for you. But check out our other episodes. We got wide receivers, tight ends, QBs out there. We got y'all covered.
We do.
For sure. All right. You guys have a good weekend. We'll talk to you later.
Peace.